Okay, hello fam, hope you well, hope you good. As I always say, take one day at a time. If you're not okay, if you're not good. This is James, the decomposer and the synthesizer of math and science tutor. Today, guys, I would like us to focus on what we call HCF and LCM. I've discovered that there are some people that are still struggling with these type of problems, and these will cover the lower grades and those ones in grade 9, basically until grade 9. So lower grades until grade 9, this is for you guys. All right, now check it out. When they ask you about HCF, you have to ask yourself the first question: what is HCF, or what does HCF stands for? Now H stands for the highest, C stands for the common, F stands for the factor. All right, so in other words, when they talk about HCF, you must be focusing on what? Finding the highest common factor. So in other words, you must give all the factors of a number that you're looking for and find the highest common factor between those two numbers, which I'm going to show you. All right, then you also have something called LCM. L stands for the lowest common what? Multiple. I believe there are some people that are also struggling how to find the multiples, but don't worry, I'm going to show you how to find the multiples of different kinds of numbers. Okay, multiples are easy stuff, guys. All right, so LCM stands for the lowest common multiple. What else? HCF stands for the what? Highest common factor. So how we find these two, guys, is different. It's totally different, but I'm going to show you. All right, now check this one out. Let's start with finding the highest common factor between what? 6 and 8. That is the first question that we have there. Now, this is what you gotta do. You have to say 6 and 8. All right. So you need to find the factors of 6. What are the factors of 6? Write all the factors of 6 that you guys know. All right. We all know that 1 times 6 is 6. So 1 is a factor. We also know that 2 times 3 is a factor. So basically all the factors of 6 is 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, the factors are basically the numbers that when you multiply, they will give you that product. Okay, so 1 times 6 gives the product 6, 2 times 3 give you the product 6. So these are all the factors of 6. I hope you get that. Then now you also have to find the factors of 8, because the goal is to find the highest common, the highest. And when they say something is common, it's something that must be found in between the two values, okay, that you are given. Now check this one out. I'm also gonna have 1, because 8 times 1, remember, there is no way a number could have there is no way any number wouldn't have a factor that has 1. Okay, 1 will always be there as a factor, because that number times 1 will basically give you that number. And then there might be also other numbers. Remember, we deal with what you call even numbers, odd numbers, prime numbers, composite numbers. You have to know all those things so that they can actually help you to deal with these things as well. Okay, but don't worry, we'll cover those ones as well. All right, now let's continue. 2 times 2, it's basically 4. So but we know that 2 times 4 is gonna give us 8. So 2 and 4, 2 times 4 give us 8. 1 times 8 will also give us 8. So if you can check, you can see that 1 times 8 is 8, 2 times 4 is 8, 1 times 6 is 6, 2 times 3 is 6. So all these are the factors of 6. All these are the factors of what? 8. Now from there, what am I supposed to do? Easy stuff. Okay, check it out. We need to find the HCF, highest common factor. Now this is the lowest common factor. The lowest, that is common. Remember, that is common. The lowest is must be low. Okay, the smallest, in other words, the smallest. And when they say common, it means the number that I found in 8 it also must be found in what? In 6. So 1, 1 is the lowest. 2, 2 so far to be the highest compared to 1. Then 3, we don't have 3. 4, we don't have 4. 6, we don't have. You see, so in other words, the highest common factor is going to give us what? It's going to be 2. So it's 2 because 3 is not in here, 4 is not You see, those ones are not in common. They are not. These ones, even if they can be the highest factors, but they are not common. So you must find a number that is common, which is a number that must also be in 6, that must also be in 8. So in other words, we found that number to be 2. So since 2 is the highest common factor, we're going to tell them to say, therefore, highest common factor between 6 and 8 is what? Is 2. Then you get your full marks. You're done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. Now let's see if we can be able to determine the LCM of 6 and 8. All right. Let's quickly do that. So now we're looking for the factors as well of, no, not the factors, but you're looking for therefore LCM. Okay. So let's try to find the LCM of 6. Okay. Now, how do you find the multiples, guys? Multiples is basically that number, is basically the number itself, and then you add it by itself to can get the previous, to can get the next number, and then that number you got by the 6. Okay, let's just say you're looking for the multiples of 3. It's gonna be 3, a number itself, that 3, and then 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 3, we get 9. 9 plus 3, you get 12. So those are going to be the multiples of what? Of 3. You get? That's how you generate them. So for 6, it's going to be 6. 6 plus 6, 12. You know? And then 12 plus 6. Same applies. You have 8. 8 plus 8, 16. You get? So you generate these numbers. Obviously, you're going to have like your 18. You're gonna have your 24, and then you add, this is gonna be 24 as well, because if you can check 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, you see those are, that's 6, and you can see this is also 24. From there you need to move 26, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So now you're moving to 32. You get? And then let's just write how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's write 5. Okay. And then move from 32. I think you're gonna have 40. And then you move from 24. By 6, you might get your 30. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You see, you get your 30. So this is how you find the multiples of 6. And this is how you find the multiples of 8. Guys, for any other multiples, that's what you do. For example, multiples of 2, it's 2, okay? And then to get the next number, what is 2 plus 2? 4. And then 4 plus 2, 6. Plus 2, you get, that's what you do. You add the next term by 2, but that's how you get the multiples of that number, okay? Awesome. So now we need to check what we need to find the lowest. It's supposed to be the lowest, okay? The highest numbers is like your 40, 30 there, you know, but then we cannot find any 6, 8, no, 12, 6. But what is the lowest? The lowest is found to be 24 on 6, 24. 8 is a common number. You see, 6 and 8, they have a common value or a common number, which is 24. That is going to be the lowest common multiple, guys, of 6 and 8. So I'm going to write what? 24. So 24 is the lowest common multiple of 6 and 8. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. There are more problems that you guys can also do. Please, if you know that you used to struggle with these numbers or with this type of questions, go and practice, all right, and do more problems on this, and then you're gonna start seeing yourself improving and doing better than you were doing. All right, all the best, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, and to leave a comment. All right, awesome.